Guess who is back on your screens? This guy over here. Welcome back to the channel. This is not 100 days of aviation. This is World Cup eviction. We are doing the Aircore Way. So we are starting with 4 evictions on this episode. We are doing a quad eviction on this episode. South Africa, Japan, Netherlands, Germany. These are the 4 countries which have so far lost out of the round of 32, and they will not be proceeding into the round of 16. We will bring you more as and when. But for these 4 teams, we are going to talk a little bit about their national career, because over here we do the Aircore Way. So let's dive right in. Starting at number 1, this team was quite controversial in terms of the supports, because things were happening back home while they were training. It even started before them, but they felt the brunt of it. I'm talking about Bafana Bafana, the boys, the South African senior national team. Well, unfortunately, they showed heart but could not advance. They did well by getting out of the group stages and getting into the round of 32 with minimum support, and that's some bravery, that's some good showmanship over there and sportsmanship as well for them to progress. But Bafana Bafana will be taking an exit, and this is how we are going to say goodbye to them. Their national carrier is known as South African Airways, and it has 2 hubs in Cape Town and in Johannesburg. Johannesburg Airport is popularly known as OR Tambo International Airport. So South African Airways would possibly carry the boys somewhere, but they do not fly from Los Angeles. So from Los Angeles Airport, popularly known as LAX, the boys could, hitch a ride from one of the evicted teams, those who didn't even make it up to the group, out of the group stages. So they can leave LAX and sit on a Qatar airplane and straight to Doha. And from Doha, they can catch a direct flight to Cape Town. And if they still want to go to Johannesburg, Qatar Airways can take them to Johannesburg as well. But then, because we want you to fly the South African way, if you want to go to Johannesburg for the sake of Bafana Bafana, if you are following them from LAX to, say, Johannesburg, you can decide that when you get to Doha, you do Cape Town, and then when you get to Cape Town, you can do a South African Airways flight to honor the memory of the Springbok. That's the nickname of their flag carrier, South African Airlines. The next team that didn't make it to the round of 16 is Japan. Such a wonderful team. I respect the Japanese national team known as Samurai Blue. I respect them so much, and even I respect their fans more, because I learned from this World Cup that whenever the Japanese people go and see sports activities at the stadium, they clean up after them. Actually, this was not the first time I had heard of it. I quite remember a football match. It became a meme. They showed how they left their locker room, how the Japanese football team left their locker room clean, with everything folded and neatly arranged. And I was impressed, because they had actually lost the game, but then they still had their home training. Samurai Blue, salute, big time salute. Their flag carrier is Japan Airlines, JAL. It's a legendary flag carrier known for impeccable service and being one of the world's safest airlines. And their hub is in Tokyo, so Haneda or Narita. So let's get a boys a ride from Samurai Blue. Had their last match in Houston, Texas, and they might not get the right flights in Houston, so we're transporting them to Dallas. From Dallas, they are going to get a direct flight on Japan Airlines to Tokyo. So that's quite homey, and I wish the boys all the best. I wish the Samurai Blue all the best, because they and their fans have been a good sport. So people, if you are ever in Houston, rather go to Dallas and do the Japan Airlines straight from Dallas to Tokyo. Just when you thought football was for human beings, relax. There's the Mannschaft, the machines, the German machines themselves. They've been kicked off. Auf Wiedersehen, people. Well, before you auf Wiedersehen yourselves, here's how to fly from Boston, Massachusetts. So they played in Massachusetts and we are going to fly them from Boston Airport. But first, their flag carrier, Germany's flag carrier, is Lufthansa. With Lufthansa, you can get a direct flight from Boston to Munich or Frankfurt. So for the boys, the machines, sorry, they are not boys, they are machines. So for the machines, they get a direct flight as well to Germany, be it Frankfurt or Munich, via their own flag carrier. No shade to the people who don't have a flag carrier, and no shade to those who have a flag carrier, but it doesn't go anywhere. But respect to Germany's footballing machine, they've produced legends. They still have mad respect from us. To the final team, last but not least, the Oranje Netherlands. Through the World Cup, it's been very interesting for Ghanaians when they are watching the Netherlands match or even listening to commentary from the Netherlands match, because you hear names that are very familiar. You hear Gakpo passing the ball to Brobbey, and Brobbey scores a goal and Netherlands gets a goal in their name. It's a Ghanaian joke. You would understand if you are Ghanaian. Netherlands has brilliant footballers over there, and it's also as remarkable as their flag carrier, KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines. KLM is the oldest operating airline under its original name, and it's the flag carrier of Netherlands, a proud one. Now the Orange Boys played from Mexico and they played from Monterrey. Monterrey is not going to give them a KLM flight, so the best they can do is to pick one, let's say Aero Mexico, or as they say Aero Mexico, from Monterrey to Mexico City itself, where they would catch a KLM which would take them directly to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. Well, it's been 4 teams, 4 flag carriers, 4 wonderful journeys home. The World Cup waits for no one, but at least they are going to be flying safe. We have more evictions coming up. Football may unite, but I evict.